The next lick is pretty similar. It's in the same spot, and like what I like to do is keep kind of a spread, and I use mostly my like these 3 fingers instead of my pinky, just because it uses a lot of bends and I need that little extra power there. So the second lick though is on the B string. Then you go down this little pentatonic scale, the 10, 13, 10. Yeah, then you bend up on the G, so you keep your ring finger in the same spot that you ended on. Then you bend up, release the bend. So that phrase sounds like. Alright, so this next part, this is where I was talking about another reason why I keep my fingers spread out like this. What I do is, it's 10th fret to the 13th fret. So I use my middle finger on the 12th fret there. And hammer on with my ring finger.
Which string?
You actually hold, I add a little vibrato after I hammer on. Because you hang on that note for a minute. Alright, so that's the first half of that phrase, the first measure of it. So it goes. So after you do that, you go back down to the 12th fret on your middle finger, strike it, and then go back up to the 13th fret with your ring finger. And all your fingers have to be pushed down for this little lick. So push all 3 of these fingers down. So this is the measure 27, and this is 13, 12, 10, and it sounds like this. So I'm just going 13, 12, 10, and I'm only striking the first note, and I have to do pull-offs for the next 2 notes. So to do pull-offs, like I said, you already have to have these 2 fingers down, and you start with this finger, pull it off, and then pull the next one off to your index finger. So that's that, and then it goes to. It's a little bit of a cut off version of the same phrase that we've been doing. Let me play it. That's where we are. And so it's a really simple, this is the bluesiest lick probably in the thing. It's a little awkwardly timed, but it's just a bend up on the 13th fret again. So 10th on the high E. That same little phrase that we've been doing, 10 to 13 to 10 on the B, from the high E to the B. So, and then the next thing you do is just a bend on the 12th fret up and down and release to the 10th fret. Then the next thing, it goes up the G minor, actually a G minor arpeggio, and I'll show you that little lick. So this is pretty, you're crossing some strings here. So it's going to go, so this is a G minor chord that he goes up. So it's 12th fret on the G, 11th fret on the B, and 10th fret on the E. And the trick is not to play it like a chord, not to hold all the notes down, but to do it one at a time. So let's try just that much. 12, 11, 10 on the G, B, and E strings. Then you go to the 12th fret on the E and bend up on the 13th fret on the E as well.
12th fret on the E.
Mm-hmm.
So, then what was the next one?
So yeah, it's then you go to the 13th fret after that, and you bend it up. So this is 12G, 11B, 10E. So there's that lick. Then 12E, and then bend up on 13E. And you just hold that bend this time. Yep. And then after that 13th fret bend up, you actually travel up again to the 15th fret and bend that up full step too. So after that, you do a little lick that goes 13, 15, 13 between the E and the B strings. So altogether that sounds like that's those two
So after
measures.
the 15 E bend, what was the next level?
You bend up, then you go, you can release that bend, then go back down to your 13th fret on the E string with your index, and your ring finger is going to come down to the 15th fret on the B string, and then your index back up to the 13th fret on the E. Further to the 18th fret, which is past the 12th fret, it's the second dot is the 17th fret, and then up one more. And you bend that up a full step to
On
or
the
C.
E step?
Yeah. And for all these bends, I'll use 3 fingers. So even though I'm using my ring finger on the 18th fret, I have my middle and pointer finger there for support, and I'm pushing all 3 notes down. But obviously, only that top note's gonna sound. The others are just kind of help me get that note. And then after that, you're still on the E string, and you hit the 10th fret really quick, like so it goes traveling eventually. And that's when you come into that really cool lick. That's the first one. Then you get. Then the next phrase is. Then you go. Like that. So that's each phrase of that little solo.